total fucktard. You ready? Here we go. Oh, boy. From the basement of 70 James Street, it's time once again for Good Times with Goodney. I want to thank our studio audience who could be here with us tonight. As you can hear them, they always get rambunctious when I ask them. All right. They're so good.
They're very trained.
They are so trained.
Thank you.
Tonight, my guest, as always, if you've never seen him, I don't know how that's possible. He and I are usually everywhere together, although he had been here many, many years before me. Mr. Frank Pupillo.
Thank you for having me once again on the show.
Oh, you're trying to make yourself sound sexy.
That's a radio voice, I think.
Oh, that definitely is. That definitely is.
So, welcome to the Good Time Studios.
It's salty out there. Have you had your undercarriage brushed? That was Scrub-a-Dub. Scrub-a-Dub the car
what
wash.
they say?
Yeah, they're like, have you your undercarriage washed?
Brushed sound better.
Brushed sound better.
I don't know if I need that anymore. So
Your undercarriage brushed?
No, yeah,
Are you
because
old enough and the hair's falling out?
I think they put like this thing under like the newer like Jeep Grand Cherokees, and it has like it covers all the stuff under there.
It's called plastic.
That's what they call it.
Because don't you remember at some point if you just ran your car to shit, you'd hear it go, and that was because the shielding was and you just let it go.
You don't hear it. It used to just fall out, like fall off, and you'd be dragging mufflers and stuff. And yeah, now it's like they protect that.
You would go on for a while going, I gotta probably look at that. Maybe I should pull over. You look at this. As long as there was no sparks. As long as there were no sparks.
Used to be sparks.
Keep an eye on the gauges. And if there was no warning light, you just kept going.
And back then, I don't think we ever thought about or cared about the people behind us. Now it's like, shit, that goes through the windshield. I'm getting sued for a lot of money. Remember that? Back when you were a kid, you didn't care.
My rearview mirror fell off a few months ago.
You have no idea what's going on behind you.
And it is so relaxing. It is so fucking relaxing.
Why is it relaxing?
Because I drive. Because you know what happens? No. When you're driving and all of a sudden you pull out and here comes yon asshole. He's up on your ass real quick like you were going nowhere. And like there's no one in front of you. He pulls right out. I don't see that.
So you have no reason to get all pissed off
right,
driving anymore,
I'm so much more calm.
No rearview mirror.
Right, I'd have to look in my side mirrors and who the fuck looks in those things?
Somebody could be right up your ass.
Right
you
on my
care.
I don't give a shit, dude. I'm like Grandpa fucking Joe. Just I'm changing the station. The guy's flashing me. I have no fucking clue. Yeah, whatever. Leave me alone, bro.
High beams in my side view mirror.
Listen, I said, you know what? I made it. I'm not looking in the back. I'm not looking behind me anymore, dude. The past is behind me.
It's a good idea until you go to get an inspection. They might catch that.
How? Who catches
They do. They catch everything now. Did you hear about this?
But how's the state going to go? His rear view doesn't work.
They have cameras. So they literally,
that's true too,
they have cameras now in the bays when you get like inspections. So like the registry will come after you as a shop that has inspections, like you're licensed to do them if you don't do it. So my poor son had this little shit-kicking Volkswagen for a while, right? And he had a little hole of rust, and he failed inspection because you can't have a hole in your body or anything anymore. Like it has nothing to do with safety of like.
Just so we're clear, I think we're only one of 13 states that have some sort of inspection for your car.
Well, at least every year. We have it every year.
Where it has to be on a road that's not even fucking considered a road anymore.
Right.
Dude, I took my...
It's insane.
What? So this street right over here, Clover Street, after the ice storm, dude, it was like you were riding... remember the go-karts at Whalen Park? Yeah, where you couldn't go left or right because there was a track right in the middle?
Of ice. Yeah. And you felt like you were on one of them cars where they have the rails that you stay in between.
But I better get my fucking excise tax in, right?
Yeah, you better. Because you got the bill for that.
And
for all my vehicles.
The potholes, I don't know why we can't let some of the migrants hide and live in there. They're big caves. No, I'm kidding.
That's terrible.
They're not.
Ice would still find them, I think. They'd still find them.
Ice, baby.
Ice, baby.
Well, yeah, it's a pothole.
It's a pothole.
Ice is always in a pothole.
Always in a pothole.
But anyway.
Somebody posted something today. They took a video. They were at a work site. There was like a friend of mine on Facebook, like works construction. He's out in a parking lot at Kohl's. And there's 2 cops, and they're chasing a guy between cars. And instead of helping him, the dude walked right by him, ran right by him with his good camera. I'm like, dude, just stick your leg out. You would have solved the problem.
No, because then the kid sues him.
The kid sues him. But the kid actually got in his SUV and took off, beat the cops on foot, got in his car. They let him get in the car, left, go out of the parking lot, and then the 2 cops chasing him. Now they're down the highway chasing him.
No, that's crazy. Because
insane.
what happens if that fucking guy, if something happens and that guy ends up killing somebody?
On a highway.
And that's what we are. They say that we're the society.
Don't they
who
have
won't
them
step
things
in.
like the zapper things?
The taser?
They could have
I think you got to make sure they're
him.
not moving.
Dude, it was
It's
funny.
like
They were literally right behind him, like from me to you, like running. I'm like, dude, just jump.
I don't know
him.
I don't think they know what the lead time is.
The lead time.
Like I gotta lead him. I gotta lead him.
It's like a quarterback.
Because if the wind takes that fucking cord,
You got to take everything into
you know what you
consideration.
need? You know what we need?
You do.
Wireless
Wireless
zappers.
tasers.
Tasers. So when they fucking hit you,
It's like a
that
taser
shit,
bullet.
pew!
Like a taser bullet.
Yeah, fucking-
and then you set it off. It's a good idea.
Down you go. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Ooh, I
There's
like
been
that.
times. There's been times like I've been on TikTok, and if you stay on a taser video for too long, TikTok goes, ooh, he likes it.
On a taser video?
Yeah, or any video.
Oh, you watch?
Yeah,
oh,
on anything. If you sit there, if you watch it,
Hmm.
it's like somebody going, ooh, he likes it. Let's put more in front of him. And that's what they do. So all
That's
of a
what
sudden,
they do.
that's why if you ever get like a video you like, kind of hit, just fuck with it. Just kind of sit there for a little bit. Tease it, maybe give it the little finger in.
Speaking of that, you know what's worse? Have you seen the new ones that are coming out? They used to have them in the I swear to God, when I was a kid, they had them in the newspaper. So now they're on the Facebook thing there. And you put your nose up to the screen and you pull it away, and then
It changes. The optical illusion.
It comes into like there's a frog or there's this, but it just looks like a bunch of colored stuff, right? So you do that, and then all I get on my feed now is that.
Yeah. Oh,
There's
that's
like tons of them. They keep coming up, man.
That's why
You do one.
That's why they think it's time for you to put the old man to bed.
That's what it is. It's like you do one, you put your nose to the screen, and now all of a sudden, here it go. And my wife can't do it.
Seinfeld episode when Mr. Pitt couldn't see it.
Yes, he couldn't see it.
He was fucking upset.
my wife.
There was one that actually it was fucking trippy. It was 3D. And like you could never see this thing, and all of a sudden now you see this ball, and then there's a ball going around the ball, and I'm like, this is what it's like to be
You mean
on
like a
shrooms.
movement video thing?
Yeah, it was fucking.
Like they're
it was
all 3D,
trippy.
like they jump off of the background kind of thing. My wife couldn't do it yesterday.
Do you know what I miss? Do you know what I miss seeing? And remember when you used to get the newspaper and you'd look at the courthouse records?
Did you
Just to see who any of your
That's
buddies that
terrible.
get all fucking pinched and shit.
I
You're
used to be in there on a,
I
on
bet
occasion.
there's a couple
Yeah,
times. Frank
I've been in there.
Pupillo.
People
Indecent
call me,
exposure.
are you okay? I'm like, yeah.
Indecent exposure.
It was one of those nights. It'd be in there.
Breaking and entering an assault with a shod foot.
Right?
That's all right, Frank.
Terrible
We understand.
stuff. Yeah, back in the crazy days.
On the kick drum.
The
Then
crazy
Frank,
days.
On the kick drum. You were crazy back in the days.
I was crazy
You
back
were a
in the
nutty
day.
guy. You were. I mean, you can't
fun,
still be
though.
rocking long hair and fucking the shit you do if you weren't a little crazy.
Exactly. You have to be a little nutty.
Craziest thing you ever did was?
Oh,
That's a tough one, huh?
that is a tough one.
We can go pre-Navy, post-Navy,
That's what I was going to say.
long hair, short hair. I remember the fro. There's this Jew fro you
I didn't
had
have
for a while.
long
That was
hair
pretty
literally
crazy.
until about 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, literally. I was in suits and ties and short hair and working and bringing up kids. And then I got
Wonderful
crazy
kids,
again.
by the way.
Thank you.
I
They
do
are
like
good.
them.
They're
Yeah.
my kids are good.
You are good. You have
But
good kids.
craziest thing I ever did was probably just
Crystal meth?
no, never. No, it wasn't in the drug thing. It was just being nutty out just with New Year's Eve like bar fighting type weird crazy.
Were you a
stupid
fighter for
stuff.
a while? Did you like picking fights?
Not a big fighter, but like just I had my Italian temper, and one night I remember one New Year's Eve, it was just funny. There was 3 guys, and they were probably twice my size. I didn't care, and I threw a table at them, and all the drinks went all over them. And we were at the firehouse down in remember the firehouse?
Oh, Firehouse Cafe.
So with
Legend.
my buddy, oh, man.
Legendary.
It's like 4 or 5 of my buddies, and so my girlfriend wanted to sit down, and we were at a table like here, and they were at a table here, and she grabbed a chair and put it over there, and he looks at me, he says, I didn't tell her she could take that chair, and I said, were you using it? And he said, no. And I was like, yeah.
That's all it was.
And that's all it took. And the whole table was all over them. And they were slipping on the booze on the floor. And I had 2 of them by the shirt. I'm going to kill you. too. And the funny thing was, the floor was so wet, it looked like I was beating them because they couldn't stand up. It was great. Yeah.
Look at Frank. He's got monstrous arms. He's just ragdolling these guys. Ragdolling them.
Luckily, all my buddies were there, so they get up. Okay, Frank, time to go. Let's get out.
Yeah, we all get a little rambunctious when our friends are around. Like, all right, I'll only take half an ass.
That was a New Year's Eve. That was back in late 80s, 90s. Anyway,
year of our Lord. When you go back to our Lord, you probably have to say the year of our Lord, 1980.
Does AD exist anymore? What do they call it now?
I think it's AD.
Is it still AD?
For, after Domino's.
Anno Domini, something like that.
because now BC is like before common. It's called before common era. Because they don't. Yeah.
They don't say Christ
I'm like, well, where the
anymore.
fuck is the E?
That's what I'm saying. I didn't think they said AD
BCE,
anymore.
They say BCE. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the E?
They're just before common era. Yeah.
Really?
They just keep adding.
Is that literally
letters
what it
to
stands
shit.
for?
They just keep adding letters to shit.
Oh yeah.
I remember LGB, and now it's fucking. There's a string of them.
They got to come up with a big flag soon. They just keep adding stripes and colors in the triangle.
There's no more colors.
Like, no,
I mean, there's only how many colors in a rainbow?
There's a lot.
7. Right?
I think it's infinite. It might be infinite.
Identify as an infinite color.
It might be infinite. That's the crazy thing about stuff like that. It is infinite. I think it's infinite, like on the spectrum. So like there's.
I think you're infinitely on the spectrum.
Really? You think? Numbers are infinite, right? Going out size-wise, right?
Are you talking
Supposedly.
Are you talking about from absolute zero? From zero?
Temperature too could be. You never know.
All right, but
no, when you if you take I don't want to ruin my piece, but if you fold this, so hypothetically you could fold that infinite amount of times inward too, which I always found weird, but in math that's true. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not.
You want me to fuck with your head though? You ready for this one?
Ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want you to figure this out.
I think it's better to fuck with their heads.
No, but
that's a good.
Somebody I watched this the other day. It was on. Take your family tree and like reverse it. So think about it. It took 2 people to make you.
Yeah.
But it took 4 people to make them 2. And then it took 8 people to make those 4 people to make those 2 people that made you. So if you keep going back, it took a fucking country just to get you here this many years later.
Thank you, everybody.
Right? But have you ever traced any of your stuff back?
I did go back. I went back. It was funny. I did it for one of my kids. Had it as a project in school. Like I think it was Emily, my daughter.
Yeah, I can't imagine Chris doing really well on.
No,
schoolwork.
he's like, Dad, I don't give a shit. I don't even care about you. I'm going back to Grandpa and beyond. Right. But so we went back to as far as we could, and obviously used my relatives' help and siblings' help and stuff. But we went back pretty far. I think to great anyway. From me, so great to my kids. So we went back pretty far.
So that's only even almost like only 100 years.
It's not that far.
It's not.
So that's the thing. Before that, it's gone because then you get over to like where my ancestry was from Italy and France and Mars. For me, yeah, probably. But then you get over there, you don't know where it goes from there.
Right,
so,
because those records are still in pickle barrels and shit like that.
Exactly.
It's amazing how much information has been just lost, because I got stuck on a book today called I like saying stuck on a book. It was on my Audible and I had an hour ride.
You should have left it right at that. People think you're reading and you're really smart.
Fingertips of the gods. Fingertip of the gods. It's all about the natural wonders of the world that we cannot explain. Like Machu Picchu and like in Peru. Have you ever seen that they show the giant stones? The giant stones that show like a monkey and a spider and all these fucking huge animals, but they're hundreds and hundreds of feet big.
Hundreds of feet
and
big.
And made out of huge stones.
Well, just the stones themselves, even back some of the walls that they think are pre-Great Pyramids. So the pyramids were, 3,000 to 5,000 years in that range, somewhere around there. They've gone back to 10 to 12,000 and beyond, and there's stones that are on top of each other with no mortar or anything, and they're placed perfectly, and they don't move. They can't do it today. They can't do it today.
They were 8-sided stones.
8-sided stones.
That there was nothing, you couldn't even slip a piece of paper in between them.
Right, with no mortar.
No mortar.
Back in the day.
They just sit
and they
there.
cut them.
Yeah.
And they cut them.
With precision, and they're humongous, and they're up on plateaus. How indeed.
So that's the question. When you can't even today with this technology figure out how they built the Great Pyramids back then,
yeah, and but hey, believe everything I say.
Where'd the help come from?
That's because I do think we're getting dumber. That's what it is. If the fucking Great Pharaohs met an American from 2025, they'd be like, fuck is this Tato?
We could lift 20-ton blocks and stack them into a pyramid.
Hey, Great Pharaoh, you want to be on my fucking Snapchat?
Man, Jay over there's like, what are they talking about now? How do we get on these tangents?
Honest to God, you think we're fucking droolers.
It's true, but the lineage stuff was funny. I saw a picture today on the Face Space with Keith Richards holding a pair of babies, and it was like, here's a rare photograph of Keith Richards holding Adam and Eve. It was hysterical.
That is actually quite funny. Because I think if anybody did, it was probably Keith Richards.
He's been around a long time.
All right. That's pretty funny.
For you Rolling Stones fans, I hope I didn't offend you, because I love them too.
I don't think that... Can you have an offended Rolling Stones fan?
I don't think they understand things these days.
Right now, they talk just like Mick.
Dude, seriously, they did it that tour.
Satisfaction!
My... You know Pink, our buddy Pink, big guy, comes in all the time. Great musician, great fit. Blue hair.
That made sense.
Yeah, his wife's got the pink. Yeah. Melissa's got the pink. Yeah. Anyway, so he posted pictures. His wife bought him last year. They went to see the Rolling Stones live, and he had front row seats, and they posted some videos, and I was blown away that Mick Jagger was singing the way he could, running around the stage the way he could, and with Ron and Wood and the band, they looked like they were 20 running around the stage at 80 years old plus.
Elon Musk
it was
robots.
Insane.
Elon Musk robots. They were Elon Musk robots. They most certainly were. Right? How? Think about it.
Dude, they really were good.
You ran to go get the fucking list of bands, came back, hey.
I wasn't that one.
I thought you had a poofer. I thought you were going to need a poofer.
Ooh, crazy.
Just walking around with a poofer. I love it.
Speaking of that, though, go ahead.
Poofer?
No, bands in general. So we've talked about expanding, and maybe I come in here, maybe bring in like bands that are going to be coming up at Rascals and kind of talk about some, so they could talk about them and get people interested in coming in to see their shows. It's kind of cool when they put the face and the music to the personality, so to speak. I think it's a good idea.
What do you mean?
It was your idea.
What? Are you talking about the show
Did I come in here and do a
you?
show like this?
Well, yeah, but you didn't even
star?
say any of that. You didn't say any of that right now
well,
to anyone listening. They're like, what the fuck
I thought
is
maybe you were
going to
jump in and say, you should do a podcast. It was kind of a lead-in.
You were waiting for me to tell you to do a podcast? Jesus Christ.
We should do that.
Dude. I said to you before, because that way I wouldn't have to listen to the fucking updates that I don't understand. Chris, you're not going to believe this, but Sebastian he was the tambourinist for Pink Pink Put It in Your Stink. And then I told him, don't do that anymore. And now he's playing bass for Up Your Rump. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
That's what happens. It's just like that.
Pink Pink Put It in Your Stink.
Up Your Rump? What? So, he's kidding.
I don't know.
It's very sexual stuff
I think they were
here.
Swedish bands. They sound like Swedish bands now that I think of it. I was big into the Swedish people back then. I was like, I want to know more about Scandinavia.
There's a lot of great Scandinavian and Swedish bands on the Monsters of Rock cruise this year. Very excited, yeah.
Yeah, the Nordströms.
Yeah, there's Eclipse is from Sweden. They'll be on the cruise. And then from Denmark is one of my favorite 80s hair bands called Pretty Maids. They're on the cruise.
Oh,
I've never seen them live. I'm very excited.
Hey, be careful with people from Denmark.
Why?
They're not happy with us.
They don't like us right now?
Well, the Greenland thing.
Oh.
They own Greenland, I guess. They haven't done much.
Are we taking it over?
Well, I think Trump said, let us do a little something with it. And the people of Denmark were like, hey, what are you talking about?
Are we going to rename it to Red, White, and Blue Land?
I don't know.
That'll really piss everybody off.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Is that actually working now?
It is. It's
through like when people are listening. Mm-hmm. Remember you said, the whole thing, and it wasn't plugged in right or something.
None of it worked.
Yeah,
you should have seen Jay and I in here one day.
Going crazy.
Just fucking yelling at each other.
Jay, you figured it out, huh?
Yeah.
Good deal. He's laughing like crazy over there. Look at him. Yeah, it's funny how people are so messed up and pissed off about the whole Gulf of Mexico thing, right? You could have
just put the period right there. People,
I did.
They really are. I mean, Gulf of America. Honestly, let's just face it. So the election happened, and there was a little bit of... Everybody was a little kind of pissy. Since the inauguration...
They're real pissy now.
Yeah, dude, we're only 30-something days in?
I think we're a month in now.
Yeah. And every day now, it's somebody who... my Facebook feed, we live in Massachusetts. I get it.
I get it.
It's very blue, and they're very upset. But I'd like to, I mean, I hope they're still going to be all upset when their taxes go up because guess what? Governor Healy, she's going to fucking hit us all.
She's putting a tax on the excise tax or something.
She's putting a tax on she's got like 4 or 5 new tax on prescription drugs.
Okay.
Tax on your tax. And I think she's actually going to go after weaves. I think she's going to impose a weave tax. I think that could kick in some good money. If you get a weave, pay the fine.
That's
pay
crazy.
the tax.
It was like the 14-year-old that went to the drugstore. Did I ever tell you that one? He goes up with a box of condoms. He's going on his first date. He goes up with he goes up with a box of condoms and register, and the guy goes, "That'll be $12.95 plus tax." Kid goes, "Tax? I thought they stayed on by themselves."
What the fuck am I supposed to do with this stuff?
That was funny.
I guess that's it. We could play the dad joke game one of these times.
The dad joke game. Yes.
You want to do that right now? We could pull them on our phone.
I can't even pull them up. I have them right
here.
You
don't even know how to fucking. You don't even know how to fucking research them. You don't even know how to research them.
I don't know how to look that up.
Let me see. Ready?
No, don't do it.
No, I'm gonna.
Don't do it.
Because you just dropped 2 terrible jokes that I just don't even know.
I thought they were good. Jay, good. He's laughing. He's laughing.
That's because he's just like, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
That's terrible.
What's worse?
He figured out how to make your sounds work.
What's worse than fucking doing a podcast at my age? Being the guy who has to produce a podcast at my age. Fucking Christ. All right, you ready?
Oh, man. Yeah.
Here's your first dad joke.
Go ahead.
This is so fucking stupid.
Probably worse than mine.
April showers bring May flowers, but what do May flowers bring?
I don't know.
Pilgrims.
Who?
Pilgrims.
See, okay, enough of the dad jokes.
No, come on. This is all right up your fucking alley.
It's not really.
Yeah, it is. I can see you right now going out with Emily.
Jokes. Listen,
what did the birds attack? Why did the birds attack? Hooked on phonics work for me, friends. Why did the birds attack the dog? He was purebred.
Oh my God, dude. Those are bad dad jokes. So anyway,
no, these are great. Ready?
Listen, they're not great.
Yeah, no, you'd like this. Is great. No, that's stupid.
Speaking of comedy, you're doing a comedy show on April 19th during the day.
Did you know the dry erase board is the most remarkable instrument?
Remarkable. I
Thank you. All right. Yeah, we're done. All right. That was fun.
But you are doing a comedy show, Jimmy.
Jimmy Cash. So the Warriors
Cash.
of
Jimmy Cash.
The Warriors of Opportunity, an addiction. I guess a nonprofit that helps out people with addictions and past like that. They were doing a comedy show, and I love comedy shows. Comedy shows are good.
I do too. We have one this Sunday.
Yeah, we do. Bob Marley. That's not a fundraiser. That's just him.
That's just him. He sold out both. He sold out both shows, so don't come.
It's a fundraiser, I would assume, for the Marley Family Trust. I mean, honestly,
Marley. Yeah,
I would. It is. I hope someday that there'll be a Goodney Family Trust, but
there will be.
But like, yeah. So Jimmy Cash and his funny friends are going to be down here. Jimmy's made it big. Jimmy's doing well. Jimmy's
sold
doing
out
very
a couple
well.
shows at Tuckerman Hall in Worcester.
Yeah, he just did the Wilbur. He just filmed
the Wilbur Theater.
Yeah,
nice.
he just filmed the special at the Wilbur.
Awesome.
Yeah, God, I remember back, years and years ago down at 3G's. Just and I always watch the.
Did you see that
custodian thing? Yeah, I did see that. I was going to send that to you today. I was like,
saw it today.
You want to see that? I'm like, yeah, I'm not going down there. Clean the city up.
Yeah.
Clean the city up.
I don't want to be down there. I like where we are, where Rascals is located. It's
in the west.
Away from the city, free parking, all that
We're
stuff.
in the western part, and we got a lot of cowboy hats.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Southwestern part, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it is, because you got Auburn and Leicester.
Southwest.
It butts it right there. We're right
but
there.
I like it here. People like it here, too. They come here.
Right near the airport. People are going to start flying in, stopping at our place, flying back out once that thing becomes a big viable. That'll help with the national
That has
X.
never become a big viable airport, and it's never been affordable, and it drives me nuts. Every time I go to look at a flight, it'd be convenient to fly out of Worcester. No, not affordable, though.
Well, you can only go where they're going.
Well, they go to Florida, I guess, nonstop, but that's about it. And then after
that's not a bad line. That's not a bad ride, though.
It's not bad, and I didn't even look for it. I'm going down next week and not leaving from Worcester.
You're a putz. Is it? Wait a minute, I might have it wrong. Is it Fort Myers or Fort Lauderdale?
It's Fort Lauderdale.
I thought it was Fort Lauderdale.
It
yeah.
is. Well, we're going down to Miami. So we're flying into Miami.
Okay, Will Smith.
And back on Fort Lauderdale. Well, the cruise leaves out of Miami.
I know. I was down in Miami, and I saw where they depart from. Miami itself. Have you been to Miami City? The city itself. I drove through it a little bit.
Yeah, well, the city...
Didn't like it. I was right near South Beach there
I like
for a little bit.
the beach, but not the city, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the beach area still looks old. It still looks old.
Yeah.
It still looks like it still has that look from like
they
the
get that
60s
Cuban
and 70s. Yeah,
section.
and that Cuban
Love
section. Yes. Oh, God, good food down there. Such
Cubanos.
good food.
My favorite thing. A good Cubano. Can't beat that.
No, you can't. Cannot.
No, it's fun down there. We spend a little bit of time. We're going down Friday. The boat leaves Monday, and in between there, we just party with all our friends, and they have like a pre-party the night before the cruise actually leaves with a couple of bands. I don't even remember who's playing this year. Shame on me, but if Larry Miranda's listening, which no way he is, he'd be pissed at me.
What kind of fucking statement is that to say? How do you know? We might fucking check out this
He's the one that puts
episode.
together the whole Monster
What an
Rock Cruise, Monster
asshole.
on the Mountains. Maybe he's listening. But anyway,
What an
I forget
asshole
who's.
thing to
I'd have
say.
to look who's playing at the. I'd have to look, but they do a pre-party with 4 or 5 bands at Magic City Casino in Miami.
Yeah, you do. You always
pretty cool.
You love that cruise.
It's
You talk
fun.
about it every year.
Yeah, it's a great time.
I listen as much as I can about it, and then I tone you out.
That's it. Yeah.
But who's the big headliner on the cruise this year?
There's a bunch. Tesla's the big one. Tesla's on it. Winger, Extreme, Queensryche. A lot of good people on it.
Kids, Google these names for further information about the bands that our friend Frank has just mentioned.
Everybody's heard of those people, by the way.
So we've got Lynch Mob this weekend.
Lynch Mob's coming here.
That's a big one for you.
And they're on the cruise too. It's supposedly, so that's the thing. So Lynch Mob, I found out that George was retiring. Lynch Mob is retiring. So George Lynch, the guitar player that started with Don Dokken back in the day, formed Lynch Mob in '89 after Dokken broke up. And he's one of the top 5 guitar players on the planet. I mean, that's just who he is. And they announced their retirement. Their last show was going to be on the Monsters of Rock cruise. So I said, I want to bring him into Rascals prior to his last show before he gets on the boat. And that's his last show. So
And so we get one of his
worked it
last
out.
shows. Yeah,
We got
that's
one of his
awesome.
last shows.
I know you get excited over that stuff.
Oh, I do.
I don't quite understand.
I know. Night Ranger's on it. Remember Night Ranger? Sister Christian.
Oh, yeah, I love that. Yes, I love that
has
song.
come.
But the first thing I went to was the Trans Am that had the light. That was Knight Rider.
That was Night Ranger.
Yeah, that was Knight Rider. And that was a TV show.
L.A. Guns is on it. Vixen, Slaughter, Faster Pussycat, Lynch Mob. A lot of guys you know.
Oh, yeah.
But like I said, the big 3 are Tesla, Extreme, and Winger are the big 3.
But there you go.
Yep. So it should be good. There's a lot of good bands on it.
I bet. A lot of long hair.
A lot of long,
A lot of
hair.
long gray hair.
A lot of long. We all color it, bro.
Oh, you finally admit it. Well, I've seen you color it. The only thing you said you don't color is your mustache.
The mustache doesn't have any gray in it hardly at all. It's 3 or 4 hairs.
The chin
does, and I haven't
pretty
colored
big,
it in a while. My hair, funny thing, I don't know how gray it is. I haven't seen my actual real hair color in like 10 years, man. So since I've been with Shot of Poison, it's blonde.
Me neither.
But my natural color is dark brown, and then the grays come in, and I don't know how many of them.
How was it you decided that was it? You were going to head towards just Bret Michaels and fucking...
I didn't. Somebody decided it for me.
How'd that happen?
Yeah.
Who
Oh, you
did
never
it?
heard that story?
No.
So, real quick story. I used to promote.
Okay, stop. Oh,
when I
fuck.
say
Every
that, you know
time
it's
you
gonna be
say that,
long.
it's such bullshit. I love you to death, but you just don't even bother saying it.
I should just talk.
Because then you set me up for a short story, and an hour in, I'm like, where are we?
It won't be an hour.
All right.
Years
Well, we
ago,
got time.
I booked Shot of Poison with their original singer, and I got to be friends with them, and I gave them a couple shows. And the drummer, Kenny Rocket, called me up a few years back, like about 7.5, 8 years ago, and said, hey, we're looking for a new Bret Michaels. I know you know a lot of people. Could you please put it out there that we're looking for a new Bret Michaels? So I put it on the Facebook. Hey, my friends in Shot of
Face
Poison.
page?
Yep, face page. My friends are looking for a new Bret Michaels. And immediately I was singing in a duo at the time called FM Live with Matt.
Okay, yeah.
Matt called me immediately. He said, dude, why did you just post that? You'd be perfect for that. And I'm like, oh, I never even thought
Maddie
about
told
it.
you that, yeah?
Yeah, so I'm like, I've never been a front man in a band. I've always been the drummer And I sang backups, and I sang, in the duo, but I've never fronted a band before.
You were
So I
never a
sang-
frontman in any band prior to that?
Never. No.
I remember I used to see you on the Cajon and all that other stuff.
Cajon stuff, but never like a frontman singer. I get up for a couple songs in How Bizarre, but never, I was always a drummer. So Matt said, you'd be perfect. That's what happened. So I went and I called Kenny back. I said, you know what, Kenny, I might want to try out. He goes, you're a drummer. I'm like, yeah, I kind of sing a little bit now. And I sent the video on of me and Matt doing Every Rose Has Its Thorn, and they called me in, and
no shit.
I got the job.
You got the gig.
Yeah, but the kicker was the stipulation, if you will.
I don't want to lose this.
Don't lose that.
I got my. That's
I don't think we should explain what that is.
It's a
the
big
stipulation.
I
I
know
go in
that
and
really
I
sounds-
sang, and they were like, "Do you play guitar?" And I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Well, you have to play guitar to be Bret Michaels and sing in the band." And I'm like, "Cut the shit." So I called my guitarist Matt in the duo. I said, "Dude, you got to show me how to play Every Rose Has Its Thorn on guitar quick." And I bought a guitar and I learned how to play Every Rose Has Its Thorn and sing at the same time. In 2 weeks, went back, did it, and they were like, holy shit, you actually learned how to play guitar in 2 weeks and sing at the same time. I'm like, yeah. And I got the job. That was it.
Do you see this face right now? Stunned. Fucking stunned right now. I didn't know you didn't know how to play the guitar either.
Nope. Never
This
played
is just
guitar.
fraudville all around.
Right?
I am finding out so many things right now. That's crazy, though.
That's crazy. So I get the thing is,
Because
though,
that took you for quite a little ride.
but it's been great. We've been together 7.5 years, almost 8
you've
years
met
now.
Brett.
I've met Brett. Been on stage with Brett. We've been on shows, national TV shows out in L.A. We've traveled the country. Yeah, it's been great. Can't complain. It's done us well. But yeah, so it was nuts. That's what happened.
And that's how you became Bret Michaels.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
That's crazy.
I wasn't even, like I said, it wasn't even my doing. I was like, okay, I'll see if somebody wants to do it. And then Matt said, you need to do it.
Matt said, what are you, fucking mental?
Yeah, he said, dude, you'd be perfect for that.
What are you, fucking mental, man?
That's what he said.
You'd be meant for that.
Yeah. So if it wasn't for my buddy, Matt Marcel, great guitar player.
Oh, great guitar player.
Great guitarist. He's doing, fixing guitars and doing setups and stuff like that now. He's not really playing much in a band. He's filling in here.
And we have a common friend, him, and one of my best friends, Adi. Adi's been on the show. Adi and his wife were a couple that was on the show. They were very good friends. I'll never forget the first time.
I think he just friended me on Facebook
Adi can
yesterday.
play. Adi's great at music.
Yeah.
He's the one that told me he wanted me to find him a Stratocaster. He wanted to look for one like
a Fender?
a Fender Stratocaster. Like is it George Harrison that used one and somebody else?
Well,
Who
a
else
lot of
is it Petty?
guitarists use a
What's
Fender
Petty?
Stratocaster. Are you talking about a Guild? So a Fender Stratocaster is a popular one. It's got the curve here and the curve there, and then the Gibson Les Paul is round with the one little thing, and those are the two probably the most popular guitars. But Tom Petty played an open body, hollow body. They called it like a Guild, I think, guitar.
Yeah, I just might be
the two holes in it.
Who had it, but I think I remember that, like the way he explained it. It's in my notes somewhere. That's the one he's always looking for. What did George Harrison play?
I don't know.
Hey Siri, what guitar did George Harrison play?
I know Paul McCartney played a bass guitar that I own one from.
Fucking useless, Siri.
Brian
Fucking
Lee.
useless. It says Harrison instrument. Idiot. All right, I'm all set. Useless, Siri.
People,
Useless.
right now, people are yelling at the TV
Why are people
or
yelling
the
at TV?
YouTube saying,
answering
I
it?
know what it is.
Answering.
The Hofner bass. So Paul McCartney plays a Hofner bass, and I own one that was Brian Wheat's favorite bass player. Brian Wheat's the bass player for Tesla. His favorite bass player is Paul McCartney. He's a huge Beatles fan, and he paints onto Hofner bass guitars, and that's what he does. And I own one signed by Brian Wheat. This is
Stratocaster. That's
This
what it
is
says.
here.
There's
That's a
Fender
Hofner.
no,
This is a
there's
Hofner
Fender
bass. Can they see
Stratocaster.
that, Jason?
Yeah. Hold it. The camera's over here.
No, it's not. So that's a Hofner bass. That's what Paul McCartney played in the Beatles. So, and I have one.
I got to get that button that just says "The more you know."
There you go. Oh, that's a good button
That's not
for
bad.
it.
There it is.
Bring. So what is it? What is it? Did you say?
Stratocaster. It was a
It
Fender
was a
Stratocaster,
Stratocaster.
yeah.
Okay.
And now I'll have those popping up in my feeds because, of course, I looked for it. So now that's all I'll ever see.
But is he looking for the specific one, like same color, like body style color that he had?
I think it was just a Fender Stratocaster, like that time in the. What did Orbison play? This
Roy
game,
Orbison.
this is way out of my. Well, I'm just thinking about the Traveling Wilburys. What a freaking great crew. Well, it's all right, even when push comes to shove.
What kind of
And the
guitar
line
was
was another one?
Lucy? And who owned it?
Are you gonna tell me Lucy was Roy Orbison's?
No. Lucy was, oh my God, I just drew a blank. They're going to yell at me. Everybody's going to yell at me.
Why would you ask a trivia question and then not have the answer?
Isn't that stupid?
The folks at home are going fucking crazy
him?
right
Where
now.
is him?
Where
Where
is
is he
him?
at?
Where is him? Who's him?
The stats guy.
Listen, I looked it up to find a producer.
It's a famous blues guitar
to
player.
do
oh my
that.
God.
Wait, Bo Diddley? Is it Bo Diddley?
No.
One more time, Bo Diddley?
No.
BB King?
BB King, thank you.
Ah! Give it up for the kid!
He did it.
I think it was a Gibson ES335.
There you go. He did it. He did.
There it is,
That was
BB
good.
King.
BB King. So BB King played Lucy.
That was her name?
He named his guitar Lucy.
I wouldn't blame him.
And there was there was a movie where somebody stole Lucy, and part of the movie was returning it to BB King or some shit. It was a true story. I forget the movie.
True story that it was a movie, or is it a true story that it actually
It was
got
in a
stolen
movie, and
from?
I think it did get lost or something happened to it at one point. But he did end up with it. He had Lucy.
Is that
before
in
he
the
passed
Hall of
away.
Fame now?
Ooh, I don't know. I was there, but I don't think the actual Lucy guitar would be there.
Why?
I don't know. I don't think it would.
You don't
be.
think
That
the
thing-
actuals
that
are in there?
thing's
You think
worth
everything's
a
fake?
fortune. I don't even
Think
know
all of
if
them are
that
fake?
opened-
I wonder because if you
No, not all of them are fake. I was there. Like I said, what was it last
I know
year
the
ago?
Richie rich people, they like to buy shit and then they're like,
Yeah,
the
Rick-
one
they
in the
wouldn't-
Smithsonian's
Yeah,
fake.
that wouldn't be. Yeah, that's fake. Yeah, exactly. But there was they have real stuff by artists, right? In
Yeah.
the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it's cool. Like there was one I took a picture of it, like the original lyrics, like that was written on a notebook by the Doors, like "Light My Fire," like in pen on a paper. It's really
Yeah.
cool. So stuff like that. But not every song they've ever written. So they'll have like one piece of really cool memorabilia there and a guitar, But I don't think they'd have
It's not
the
like the
big one.
new
Yeah,
in Paris with all those really
like they wouldn't
expensive
put
shit.
the original Frankenstein guitar by Eddie Van Halen in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They'll have one of them, but not the original big.
That makes
one.
no sense to me.
They
Then
do
what-
have one of them there.
Then
They
you're
do
telling
have
me the
one.
whole fucking hall
It's
is
not
just
fake. No, it's real, but it's not the
original things?
iconic thing with that famous person, because that would be somewhere else, a little bit more
Where?
safe. I don't know.
Like
I don't know
where?
what to say.
Like where else would it go?
The wife,
the
ex-wife,
wife- the ex-wife has
kid
it.
or something, the kid maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't think that would be, like that thing would be there, I'm trying to think of what would be like an analogy to that, like with another artist. I'm trying to think what would be.
What are you telling me that there's not really Picasso's brushes anywhere?
There you go.
But his paintings are real.
Pablo's what? Mrs. Picasso has them.
Mrs. Picasso still has them, yeah.
That's who
Mrs.
has 'em.
Picasso has the fucking his original brushes. He
How do we
told him
get to
that my-
Picasso?
Well,
It's insane where we go.
well, it's the ADD
insane.
Express.
It's the
It really
ADD
is.
Express.
It's just
ATT Express.
you can start out. You get on the train. You know what I
Oh,
mean? You just
man.
give them a ticket. Wherever you end up is where you end up.
We should go back to the comedy show, though. Jimmy Cash is coming in April, and I think we need to do more comedy shows. They do really well at Rascals
It's tough
during
to
the
get.
day.
The thing with them is we have to do them on Sundays right now.
We do.
Sundays or Saturdays during the day because we are booked. I can't tell the line
We're
dancers
booked.
no more Fridays. They'd have my heads.
Yeah, no, they would.
I said that plural for a reason.
Yeah.
We can't not do live music on Saturdays. I mean, we do a great
On
job with
occasion,
it.
we throw in an EDM night, and we're doing a special
we do a
line
lot of
dance
different,
night
we
on
do a
March
lot of different
15th.
things when we have to, but for the most part, it's good to keep that kind of stuff. But I would love to do a good comedy night. I actually always wanted to do a good comedy Monday night. I wanted to do an open mic, and now that I've been watching like the Fat Tony stuff, where there's like it's almost an open mic where they sit, but there's a panel of like 3 or 4 other guys that just kind of sit there and give shit.
Yeah.
I think I could do that. I would love to give people shit as if fucking trying to be funny. Like, oh, that's not funny. I could do that. Like anybody could do that.
Yeah.
And
It's weird, though. I still don't know how busy a Monday night would be, but we are. Oh, you know what? It's going to be when we build that kitchen. People come out to eat. They come
The
down,
kitchen
sit
should be
down,
fun.
eat, and
Kitchen
watch a
will be
comedy
fun.
show. It's going to be fun. It's going to open
you
the
just do
doors
you do
for
free
us.
you know endless nachos
And
for $10
on Monday night,
Yeah, and all it
or
is-
10-cent wings or some shit.
You're out of your fucking mind with 10-cent wings. Okay,
They
I
cost
don't know
like
what
20 cents. You can't do that anymore.
20 cents. We're
Probably
not fucking
30,
20
40.
cents.
I don't even know how much they are anymore.
There are people who own chicken places right now going, this guy's fucking delusional.
Well, they do
buddy.
10-cent wings and bring people in.
Where?
Who
Does 10-cent wings?
Eric's Church up in Maine. I had him up there.
Is Eric's Church?
They stopped it soon because I would order like
that
50 of them.
1986?
No, about
I don't even think.
About a month ago.
I don't even think.
I don't even know how much chicken is a pound anymore.
It's
for
still
wings
16
and
ounces.
stuff.
Still 16 ounces.
No, I didn't say how many ounces are in a pound, you bozo.
They haven't changed that yet.
No. That was funny. Anyway, but no, the kitchen's going to be good. Like, it's going to be good. How
He
about
said-
a nacho bar? Like, you get chips and they could.
You're making this more expensive. I'm saying we're going with the.
Jay, why are you laughing so hard?
It's
He's
just so we're
laughing
clear.
his
The
ass
way
off.
we're doing the nachos is like they do them at the Centrum. Remember the old Centrum nachos?
They just put chips and cheese on
And
it.
the chips, the cheese, and
Done.
the fucking.
In a cup even.
And,
You
and,
just
a
dip
little
it
bit of
in a little
salsa on the
something,
side.
yeah.
It's great.
I think we could do that.
You'd shit it out the same way.
God.
A couple of the
That's
chips wouldn't have
terrible.
digested. It'd hurt a little.
Some-
Ow!
Some fresh jalapenos
That
in
one
there.
had a corner.
Jalapenos.
Jalapenos on it. Those were great.
Yeah, those are good. I like those.
The
Those are good.
jalapenos were always good.
But yeah, it's going to be good when we have the kitchen. It's we've
I can't wait to do soups.
we've talked about it for a while,
love
but there is a
soups.
deposit on it now, so we are serious this time.
We've put money towards it.
We had to get prepared. People don't realize how difficult it is in an old building like this. Ooh, it's tough.
And how lazy Frank is. That's the other thing people don't realize.
Oh, yeah,
I deal
lazy.
With it. I deal with it.
Yeah,
I know there's no other word that would drive him more nuts than saying that right now. But
It's 'cause
that's why I
everybody
said
wants
it.
That's
And
because they
it's-
all know it's not
And
true.
they know it's true.
They know it's
They know
not.
it's true. It's true.
Yeah, right. So
We got Family Fun Days, which is line dancing for kids.
those are fun. You got to replace
I-
it now. You put the comedy show on a family fun
Well, yeah,
day
but
in
I
April.
just got to change the date. But I like going
figure
in
it out.
there, having a couple of good old wines, and then kicking the kids around. You know what I mean? No, for the record, I love children, but I will not probably teach them or people under the age of 18. I don't know. I swear too much.
Nor does any parent in there
No, you
want
guys
him
don't
to
want
teach
me
them.
to. I think you'd like to watch me get weirded out by trying. You know what I mean? I think once again, like saying the shit I said.
I can help that kid.
It blows
and
my
the
mind.
parents like,
I coached youth sports for over at least, it had to be 15 years. I had to have coached youth sports for 15 years.
it took him that long to catch you.
Oh God, the Corey system was not. It really was just too. It was always still paper.
15 years you got
15
out of
years,
that.
Oh, it
Wow.
was great. Drove me fucking nuts. I learned one thing: if I could whip a kid across the field with a fucking orange wedge, I would. There were times I would just take one of those orange wedges. Oh, you didn't have orange wedge. By the way, orange wedges, for those youth coaches out there, bring I don't even give a shit, an entire cooler full of the orange wedges. They are like crack and meth for kids. If you're having trouble in a game, give a kid a fucking orange wedge. The orange wedge. A fucking orange. Do you not know
I
what
know
I'm
what
talking
it is,
about?
but
are you
why
looking at
is
me
it like
retarded?
crack and meth? And why would you throw it across the field at somebody?
Well,
I don't
sometimes
understand.
you just have to throw it at a kid to get his attention.
okay. I
But
didn't understand.
it's like sugar. It's good sugar.
It's good sugar?
It's like handing them a Kit Kat. But I
Yeah.
didn't have Kit Kats. I went with oranges. All right? I wanted to look healthy. And I just eat this fucking thing, eat it, and now go run, Johnny. Go run. Dude, crazy things would happen.
They could keep it in there, and it would be a
they look like a
mouthpiece,
mouthpiece.
too.
Yep, they'd be-
Yeah. Yeah. My teeth are probably My teeth are probably purple.
No, yeah, you had fucking 3 sips. Relax. What do you
Little
got?
bit
What do you got? Super absorbent teeth?
Yeah. I hope they're not absorbent. Holy shit. I don't have any
Okay.
left.
The amount of semen's gone across them.
Hey, yo, wait. Don't talk about that. That's just a joke.
We
But
might be
anyway.
able to get a federal grant.
federal-
So anyway, remember that? I do remember that. No, let's not. Remember 2020?
Going through trying to get grants?
Yeah, and I said one of us might have to be homosexual.
Oh, my God. It wasn't a lie.
I'm sorry. Listen, we just didn't qualify for shit. What did it say? White,
didn't qualify for
done.
anything. It actually-
Heterosexual, done.
When
Like,
it was,
just throw
when
in
it
the
was all
trash.
said, no, it was literally 100% of the grants were given to non-white business owners. They said it right.
But
on
it's
the-
not- that's not
they came out with
racism,
it, but-
asshole.
Not at all. But anyway, no, it was
We've
fun.
been
No,
given-
the funny
listen,
thing was
why
we
don't you
actually
shut up with
paid
your
money.
privilege? Shut up with your privilege.
We paid money to apply for the grant. It cost $500. You ready for this? I don't know if people know this. As a business owner, during COVID, we were shut down for 16 months. We paid.
We were the scourge of the world. Nightclubs would kill people.
We paid over $20-something thousand to keep the electricity on, to keep the coolers on, never knowing when we were going to open back up. Not making any money. And when they said, "Oh, here's a grant. Apply." You go to apply. You need this to apply. You need this to apply. It turned out it cost us $500 to apply for the grant, and then didn't get it. And that happened twice. So it literally cost us over $1,000
to be told no, fuck
to
you
be
twice.
told no, you don't get the grant.
And folks, those are expensive
open.
fuck yous.
Yes. And that is a true story, my ladies and gentlemen.
My ladies and gentlemen. This isn't your crowd. This is mine.
That's your
How
crowd.
dare
I'm
you
sorry.
come in here? How dare you
Folks,
come in here and already take over the good time?
That
with
is a
Goodney?
true story, his ladies and gentlemen.
I remember
Yes.
those.
It's crazy,
You'd call
dude.
me and you'd tell me this shit, and I'd be going out of my mind because I'd be
going
home for.
ballistic.
I went a little nutty 2020 and on. 2020 was a nutty time. It's funny how we've kind of forgotten it a little bit.
It has. It's the way our brains go. Our brains are wired to hopefully think about positive, move forward, get over the stupid shit in the past, and enjoy life. Because we're only here once, as far as I could tell, or as far as I know. Not sure. I don't know. I'm just my guess. So enjoy it and get by all the bad shit and move forward. That's what I think we're wired to do.
Too many people are miserable. Too many people are miserable.
You shouldn't be.
Right. What do you?
Tomorrow's
what are
a
you
new
living
day,
for?
man.
What do you live for?
Tomorrow's a new day.
I don't understand what people live for. I mean, I live for my kids. They're cute and all, but they're going to move on. They're not even going to fucking call you sometimes when you got to call them back. Yeah. The only time I'm going to tell you, hey, you got any money? No, I ain't got any money. But I'm sorry. I'm sure you guys have better relationships with your children because, you did better parenting. But your kids love you, though.
My kids are good. They treat me well. My daughter loves me.
Your daughter loves you.
My daughter loves me. Anyway.
She's like, Dad, just leave me alone. She's a good girl.
My son loves me when he needs money.
That's So the problem is I only have three sons. I have three sons.
And they need you.
Yeah.
They love you for money.
They love me for money. I don't have a daughter that would be like, great, so that's why I date young.
That's right.
Nope. There it is. Idiot.
I can't talk about that. That night that people showed up at the front door with you.
Oh, God, I love that stuff.
I don't want to talk
those
about
are my
that.
days. Those are my days.
Those are
the pages that fill up the book.
They are. So you go through life getting to where they tell you got to be, which is go through school, get an education, and do this and do that. And you do that, and you go through it. And then I was stupid. I went into the service, but I loved it. No,
by the way, I don't know if I've ever told you this,
going into
but
the
thank you
service,
for my freedom.
You're welcome.
I mean that. Thank you for my freedom because
you're welcome. I felt my dad was a Marine, and I felt I was going to do it, and that's what I did. And I served 4 years and a lot of years on a ship. And then I get out of there, and I work. And then you have kids, and you go through bringing up your kids. But there is a time, and I'm very close to that point in time in my life where it's my time now. It's my me time.
You're not there yet?
Close.
I was going to say you've got to be looking over the fucking bow.
Well, I mean, it's me. When
point.
I say me, I mean my wife and I. We're enjoying life now, but she still has Nissa, who I love her to death. She's still 17 and a junior in high school, and I wish she'd be done. And then
I see what you're saying. You're still
a
rounding
little
out.
bit. We're just about there.
Yeah, but do you
Just
realize,
about there.
Let me just help you out, though.
Yeah.
Like when we left the house, and you left the house, I left the house, 18, maybe 22.
I was 17.
Was like the last time you needed mom and dad for the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah. These guys are going into their 30s.
They are. Well, the weird thing is that, and I don't know, there's different opinions on science, right? But supposedly the person that lives to 150 years old is on the planet now. In other words, we live longer and longer and longer, so it's kind of like, I don't want to move out till I'm 30, 40
According to what?
and get a
Wait,
job.
but where do you think that fucking? Where do you think life?
Just the way the life expectancy
We're
is.
70 something now. 70 something is life expectancy.
I think it's still 82 or something.
Hey Siri,
there we go.
what is life expectancy in the United
Fact checkers.
States?
That COVID brought it down. That's all.
77 years old.
77.
That's it. Bro.
United States or world?
That says it. Well, it's got our fucking flag. All right. But I bet you if you fucking put Papua New Guinea in there,
but
Papua
if you
New
think
Guinea's
about it,
living to
100
100
years ago, people lived to like 40 and they were gone. So That's almost double
Is
in
that
100
for
years.
real?
That's real.
I don't know if
for
that's real.
Absolutely.
Well, I know. I'm sure, like the tragic ones were.
I don't
like
know if
gone.
it's 40 something, but
we
it's really,
got 40-year-olds dying now.
If you look at like 1900 to 2000 and the life expectancy, you'll see it go like this. So it's just a thing.
Well, you know what? Maybe we take a walk up there to Spider Gates. You ever been to Spider Gates in Leicester?
Yeah, down by the hot dog Annie's where you used to live.
Oh,
You used
right
to live
down.
right there.
Listen, I smelt those fucking onions being cooked
I love those hot dogs, man.
Dude, have you seen them now?
I could eat the shit out of them.
They're about your size now.
They're small, Oscar Myers.
Yeah. And I mean, you lose them in the bun.
It's a thing.
And then they just take the spoon. They dip the spoon now. They don't curl the
even
spoon.
scoop it
They
on?
don't scoop the spoon. They dip the spoon. Get just enough of that jizz on there just to roll it on your fucking on your hot dog, and you're like, thanks. Can I have another? Can I get a bag of chips? Sure, 35.10.
Okay, so Coney Island, or let's do a poll. Anybody watching this podcast?
Hold on,
put in your vote.
No, hold on, I
Can
get
you
the
do it?
results. I get the
Can
results.
you get the results?
I can get the results.
Let's get the results
as it happens. Go ahead.
Coney Island hot dogs or
Okay,
hot
hold on.
dog Annie's?
All right, let me put this out there. This is the
Coney Island or hot dog Annie's?
Mom's boiled with ketchup. It just came in. Mom's Coney Island, I think, would win.
I think Coney Island would win too. I mean, when I'm in the mood for hot dog Annie's, though, I love hot dog Annie's. But I think overall,
no matter which one you have, you are burping it up for at least the next 6-7 hours.
The onions, they do it to me.
Just
now.
everything.
That's the other thing about getting older, dude. Certain things,
Food
it's like
just fuck you up.
I can't eat Italian food
They
anymore.
hurt
dude.
your vagine.
I can't eat the tomato sauce stuff. It's like the
So here's the deal. What I have found, I couldn't do any more jar sauce. I could not do any more. So
maybe
growing
that's
up,
what it is.
Growing up with the kids and stuff like that, you had to throw on just a pot, and then you'd make it your own. You'd throw a couple onions in there and some basil, blah blah blah.
You get a can of Hunt's for $1.
So now what I do, I actually just take small tomatoes, and I'll get like cherry tomatoes and some of those Capativa, and then if you want, get a big one too. But put them in a saucepan, decent deep.
Cook them down,
and just kind of like start them, and then once they get going, a little olive oil, some salt. Once they get going, kind of take the skins off, and then just kind of mash them up. Dude, I don't have as many problems with the sauce as I used to. Like, I can't do a jar sauce anymore.
Yeah,
cannot. Although
can't.
there is a Rouse out there, RAO. If you look in the same section,
okay.
But it's like $9 a fucking jar of sauce. Ragu's over there at fucking 60 cents going, hey. And you're like, what the fuck's this? Ketchup and water? I love that stuff. But Ragu, back in the day, like you put Ragu on, you were like, fuck, dude. I felt like that little fucking
even Ragu's
Prince
cheap
Spaghetti
still?
boy.
I don't know. The Hunts used to be able to get in that can for like $1. It was good. And they have all
Yeah,
different
you
flavors.
lived in the ritzy neighborhood. We got the Ragu,
But I had no.
which basically was crap shit. No, it's great. I can't complain. I used to like Ragu. So what I also used
We
to
could
do,
ask your sister. She's really on board with
my
checking
sister
out
knows
the
the
prices.
prices. My
she knows
sister
the prices
is
of things in the
by the way,
supermarket.
this
We
is a
ask
great
your
thing I
sister.
love to see from people who aren't happy with the election. Is some of their fucking wacky posts, especially one that goes out and takes a picture. I'd love, like, once you go out and take a picture of all the fucking groceries, at what point does somebody just go, hey, what's the running rate now on a fucking loaf of Wonder Bread?
Well, I asked your sister the other night, and she laughed and started like yelling at me. I'm like, I'm serious. I thought you were tracking
I thought you were tracking
I thought
it.
she was tracking. She said she was going to track
They're not going to track it. They don't give a shit.
She said she was
They
going
just
to
want
track
to
the
bitch.
prices.
They want to be upset. I'm like, hey, now you know how I felt for the past 4 fucking years. How's that? Take it in your pipe and smoke it, sweet tits. Here we go. I'm done with it. All right. And here's the deal. People, PSA, if you get up every morning, read a news article on either whatever the fuck it is on your phone, and feel the need to repost it with a negative comment, realize you're part of the duh crowd. Like, leave it alone. The most important thing that only matters in your life is the relationships you have with your friends and family. Because let me tell you something, when the fucking nuke drops, it's not going to give a shit whether or not you supported transactions. Jesus Christ. We're in the middle of the whole world has gone to, it's crazy. It's crazy. And all because now we got a new president and they swear we're a bunch of fucking idiots. No, you stop listening. You stop listening. I think we got the church. As we speak, Jesus.
What's the noise going
It's fucking the church. They're coming in.
I don't know if they
We'll
can
get a
hear
little
it.
bit of it.
We'll
It'll
get a
be
little
bad.
bit.
We
Could be
need
good.
church. We need some church.
We need some faith.
But here's what's crazy about that church. There's like 6 people over there.
Hallelujah.
They've got the fucking speakers turned up all the way. And Jesus Christ!
That's what it is. Good stuff.
Well, might have to cut this little interview a little short here because the great.
loud.
Yeah, I don't know if they're practicing for a big night or whatever. I mean, Easter's coming up, so it must be pretty big.
Oh.
This is great. For 4 people?
Is it practice? Is that what they're doing? They're practicing?
No, they just. I can
So-
never get mad at people who are just, worshiping God. But I'm going to walk by the window and see how many people are in there. When I see 4,
Where is
I mean,
this
like, can we
church?
go right there?
Upstairs?
No, it's just directly across. So that's even through the
It's
hall.
across the hall?
Yeah, so I think there's a common fucking this thing up at the top here.
Yeah.
I might have to pull it back. I might have to put some soundproofing on that.
Yeah, but not
I mean,
up
to be
there.
honest with you, all I should really have to do is go over to the people who have 6 people in there for the church and go, do we need this much volume for 6 people? Honestly, if we go over there, but my favorite though, funny shit, dude. There's one woman, she was talking one day, and she's like, and I want to thank Jesus for mine. And all of a sudden, the priest just kind of takes over in the middle of it. And Jesus thanks you for giving us that testament. Now get off the microphone.
No, he did
He
not.
was like, he was done with it. I'm like, I don't know how
Oh
long.
my God,
I only
that
caught the
is
tail
funny.
end of it. But
That's hysterical.
dude, this is what I'm dealing with.
Oh
This is
my
what we're dealing
God.
with over here. It's great.
It's loud. It is loud. But it's all right. I don't know if they can hear it.
No,
in
don't worry
here,
about it,
though.
because here's what I'm going to do. I'm
What?
going to light up some frankincense. This tries my patience.
Oh, my God. Frankincense.
It is. It's all it is.
too
Frankincense and
funny.
myrrh. But anyway.
That's funny.
Did you happen to see the episode where I brought the party instigators in here?
No,
Brought the
did you bring them in
I
that
brought
night?
them in here.
Was it that
right?
night?
And it was Jim and Austin, and Austin's here, and I light up a joint, and I go, "Are you gonna be?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll go." So he's trying to go with me the whole time. By the end of the episode, he's a fucking couch potato. Every once in a
He's
while,
done.
you get this out of him.
Oh, my God. No.
Dude, yeah, it's great. He even knows it too, guys. I saw him that night. He goes, I don't know what that podcast is gonna look like. I think I was pretty fucked up. I go, you were wicked fucked up.
Oh, did you get my text yesterday? I need the artwork for the next one. So I can put it out
they're
there.
working on it. They're supposed to meet. And
All right, good.
don't interrupt my podcast with things you need from me. You fuck. All right, we're gonna go up on these things. Yeah, I can't.
Where's the- Can you go
There
up a
we
little
go.
bit?
Well, I
That's
guess I'm
better.
just. It is a little bit better.
Is that a little better?
Jesus.
Was that loud? Oh, God. He actually hit the note dead on, too. Did you hear that? That was pretty good.
Mezzo forte. Hit it, get off, and bring it right back up.
Mezzo forte. He sounds like he knows what he's talking
There.
about.
I
It's
told you.
hysterical.
I have about this much.
The Tater would have been impressed.
This much music knowledge. I've thought about it.
This much what?
This much music knowledge.
Okay.
I would love to have you teach me how to sing, and you and I go out there and do something together. I don't know if we could harmonize.
Well, you'd
I
have to.
And I could just see us like kind of pushing each other away to do our parts. Dude, it'd be fucking hilarious.
It'd be hilarious. All
I
right.
think so. I think you and I
Oh,
getting
man.
into a fight on stage about who's singing next. I think it'd be fucking great. What the fuck? You're not singing. I'm singing. Get out of the way.
Oh, man, that is funny.
You see me off of that, so now I'm gonna have to find my own singing lessons. If anybody out there in the Good Times with Goodney realm wants to teach me how to sing, I would love to.
The thing is, I'm not a
Well, you just said you weren't a front man until Brett.
yeah, I'm not a trained vocal. I never.
I
took
just saw you
vocal
were being a
lessons.
prick.
I need to take vocal lessons. I probably
Do
should.
you? You think so?
I don't know. Maybe just
Want to take 'em
breathing.
together?
Breathing stuff is where I need help.
Oh
sometimes.
yeah, because it can fuck up the notes.
You can fuck up your
fuck up
voice,
everything, yeah.
your throat, and everything. And I've had some issues. So.
There was that day I swore that you had, given deep throat to a
Swallowed
fucking
a frog.
cactus.
Swallowed a frog.
I thought you deep throated a cactus.
Cactus.
Yeah, and it
that's
fucking hurt
terrible
you.
stuff.
Terrible. Don't do it.
It's not easy singing. People think that I know a lot of singers. So many people have had nodes removed and shit. It does a damage to your vocal cords, man. It's not
Smoking
easy.
pot helps them.
Yeah, sure.
That's why I'm able to hit those low
Luckily, I don't
notes.
really smoke anything.
No, you don't.
I quit smoking cigarettes 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
20 years
Jesus Christ, those things were written. Moses wrapped those.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a long time ago. You don't do anything else?
No.
No.
Do I
like
want to
cigars?
do anything?
Do you like cigars?
I do have a cigar on occasion. Remember we used to go down to a place
Yeah,
to close down?
Michael's.
Michael's gone.
I'd love to open up another cigar bar.
Gone. What happened? A building flooded or something? They went away.
Well, and then they just didn't want to fix the building. They're like,
Yeah.
fuck it.
They all went away down there.
Yeah, downtown didn't do too good.
No, it's crazy. There's still what? Victory Cigar Bar, and then
Jay's fucking twitching.
Why?
The producer's twitching because he can hear the church.
he can hear the church
It's all
in
right.
here.
They're
Is
so
it
loud.
bad?
Like, does it have to be that loud? I think we got to just at least.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to show the building manager, and I go. The congregation's not of 1,000 people.
It does. It sounds like a big church
You would
of
swear
people.
to God
Yeah.
we were in the fucking heart of Texas.
Yes.
Is this the righteous gemstones over there? Christ's sakes. No, I mean, I understand, Heavenly
Sexual
Father.
chocolate. The sexual chocolate.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you get your hands together. Up there, just sexual chocolate.
He got it good. He got it good. He got it good. Huh? He got it
I like
good.
them. I like them.
Sexual chocolate.
Don't forget to let your soul glow.
Soul glow. Jay's dying over there. That's a great movie coming to
Jay's
America.
twitching right now.
He's dying though. That's
Oh
funny
yeah,
as
let's
shit.
decrescendo that.
What the hell
God,
is
the
that?
big
Is that a
blood.
radish?
What? No, that's the Grinch's hand.
That's
the
a
Grinch.
radish.
No, that's the Grinch holding a Christmas ball.
Fucking radish growing out of the ground. That's a radish. Oh, the Grinch's hand holding an ornament? That looks like
the
a
Grinch's hand?
radish growing out of the
No,
ground.
it does not.
It does.
You're a radish growing out of the ground.
Jay, what does that look like?
Oh, the Grinch's hand.
Oh, thanks.
There
Oh,
you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know who pays you.
He fucking right.
Asshole.
He fucking right about that. Motherfucker got that right. Motherfucker got that right. But anyway.
Folks, can we see that? Put it on this camera. That looks like a radish growing out of the ground right there.
Then why is
That's what
it?
I think it
what
is.
Oh, I get what
The
you're saying.
greens at the
maybe,
top
yeah,
of the radish.
yeah.
It looks like a radish. Let's
listen to
second
the words.
poll of the day.
Let's listen to the words.
So there's Coney Island,
the
hot
words
dog
from the
Annie's,
church.
and now it's radish
Hold
or
on.
Grinch's hand.
You're gonna hear this guy shut her right up.
What?
She's gonna be like Anna George, and he goes, "God damn it, no better."
I don't think I want to hear them anymore. What do we?
There's another fucking song coming here in a second. I'm telling you, I think we're gonna bring the speakers from next door.
Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah. Oh,
Nice.
they're turning it up, aren't they?
How often does this happen?
Sundays and today.
Wednesdays?
Yeah. I was in here on a Sunday, and I thought it was amazing that it had to be that fucking loud. I don't know if they're trying to get people across town here, but
That is loud.
that's so loud. Take your headphones off.
I don't think I want to. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to get the town. I'm gonna have to get the building manager in here and say, hey guys,
Yeah.
because if not, I can fuck around. I
Yep.
got 2 sets of Bose towers. I'll fucking load those things
Let's
up.
load them up.
Yeah, and we'll play a little Aussie.
Little tit for tat.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
I.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
Oh, man. Oh, shit. No, don't do that to me.
Why? You're
don't know.
fine. You're such a panty
know,
waste.
I
It's
know.
not even a bottle.
I know, it's a half a bottle
It's
left.
a half a bottle between the two of us. My God, dude. What are we gonna do? We got big birthdays coming up this year.
So we do. So,
we got big birthdays coming up this year.
mine's first.
You're gonna be 70. I'm gonna be 40.
Yep.
Shut up, Jay. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume you were laughing at him being 70, because I am 40. And yeah. No, we got the big ones. What do you want to do?
We talked about. Well,
I hope we
know
don't
we're
go
going,
up to heaven, but I mean, we are being welcomed.
Not that, but yeah, no. So there's some things I don't know. The hard thing is like I don't know. Do we leave it up to other people to plan, or we do something?
No,
screw
because
'em,
every
right?
time you let other people plan, you're just disappointed.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to pretend. You have to fake interest.
Actually, my wife's pretty good at it. But for the
Yeah, no,
dual
definitely.
party thing, we have to plan it. Yeah.
The dual thing's got to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, she can plan your own.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, we'll
let her.
figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get. I'm hoping you get someone that pops out of a cake. You know,
Someone.
little Hugh Hefner-esque. You know what I mean? You know, what? Oh yeah. Are you pointing up to Jesus? Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah.
Jesus is here.
Jesus is
with us.
Yes.
Does he not have a subscription to the church? Can he not
Holy
get
shit, that's loud,
right?
dude. Can you hear us?
No, I know. No. Without the headphones, he couldn't hear us at all.
Not with us.
I don't think so. Yeah, but it is what it is. Let's
Is
just
the podcast being heard?
We'll wrap it up here quick.
We don't know.
I mean, we
All
don't
right.
have to wrap it up
Yeah,
right
no,
away,
no.
but
What time is it?
I don't know.
7:20.
It's 7:20
7:23.
here on the East Coast of Massachusetts. Oh, saxophone solo! Play it, brother! I'm fucking getting aggravated. Gonna see me fucking have an episode.
I know,
here.
right? Should we talk about who's coming into Rascals?
Yes,
I
of
printed
course.
out the schedule
You
that
did.
I have so far.
Do you need your glasses?
I do, but I don't have them. So I'll go. Everybody's like,
At least up till summer. I mean, we got a pretty good lineup until summer.
we got a great, yeah. We even at that, it's filling in. I just booked a Billy Joel tribute band. It's
Billy Joel
amazing,
tribute. I
dude.
love Billy Joel.
Insane. They've been selling out everywhere.
Yeah.
For June 14th, I just booked them. Yeah.
Billy Joel, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, but coming up in March is a lot of stuff. We got the Lynch Mob. Like I said, Lynch Mob's coming with Paralandra Saturday. It's going to be amazing. Tickets left. Bob Marley sold out on Sunday.
Bob Marley sold out two shows.
shows.
Dude. 2 shows
On Sunday,
in a
so
matter
don't,
of like
don't
no
show
time.
up at the door. You're not
Yeah, I
getting
know.
in.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Don't come in.
Sorry, guys. I
Sorry.
really. The problem with Bob Marley, we love it. So just for people who don't know, like Bob comes to us at least once a year.
Yep.
Because if it wasn't for him, we probably wouldn't have survived 2020. He did, what was it, 8 shows?
Yeah, when we coming out of COVID, he was here a lot, and he helped us out a lot
What did
by
I say?
selling
Did I
out a
just
lot
say-
of shows.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was definitely
amazing.
because of him. And so now he does
Yeah.
at least, he said he'd do at least 1 show a year with us.
Absolutely.
And we
I
got
mean,
lucky.
he plays,
Yeah.
The cool thing is he plays everywhere from like big theaters and casinos to like Mechanics Hall in Worcester, and then he'll come to like the Clam Bake in Maine. He plays like
Yeah,
for
I think
100
he just-
people. Like
I mean,
he just
truly-
likes doing his
truly
thing.
loves
man.
his fans.
Loves what he does.
Truly loves his fans.
Loves his fans. Loves what he does,
He
and
must
that's
just
why.
say, he must say to himself sometimes, like, geez, what a blessing. I just
Yeah.
go out and talk about my family and I get paid, decent money. I think he makes bank, but God, I
He
never
does great.
I never begrudge anybody that makes money, but God, he's so funny.
He's
His
funny. He's
shows are
hysterical.
so damn funny.
But I think you're right, though. He loves his fans to the point that like he's not gonna not play here or there because he thinks he's too big to do it. He'll play anywhere.
Yeah, and that's
just
what I
keeps it
think.
going.
I think that's a lot, dude. He goes
It
all
does.
over the place. Because look at he's making
Everywhere.
money every night as opposed to those guys that
Yeah.
just want to sell out a big stadium. He does a quick little tour up. He works. I think he works like a 50, 60-hour work week.
He's crazy. Yeah, he works a lot.
And he's got this East Coast, like, just banging.
Yep.
He can go up.
He's been in Florida, too. He's going down to Florida. He likes going down to
He
Florida for
likes the
some
whole
shows
East
in the
Coast.
winter.
He'll just basically hit it, and then he'll every once in a while go out to Vegas.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a
great.
great deal. And he's playing Rascals.
Yeah.
And if you don't have tickets,
He
sorry,
is.
you ain't gonna see it.
Sorry,
but
you ain't going to see him.
keep an eye out for next March. Keep an eye out for next March, because
We should do a live cast, Bob Marley, this weekend.
I'm open. If I can get it, I would love to get him on.
That'd be great.
But I can understand if you didn't. I still remember his story about the
Which one?
Northwoods Law. The one we were sitting in the back and we were chit-chatting with him about the guy who was on TV. That's a funny
That
story.
was a true story
If I
about
can
the
get
guy
him-
that was on the TV show
Yeah.
and he didn't know who
If
he
I can get
oh
Bob
my
in
God.
here, I'm going to see if I can get him to tell a story again.
Tell
But
that story again. That
So we'll
was
hold
good.
off on that for now.
Yeah, not part of his routine. These are stories that Bob told us.
Bob,
Yeah, this is funny.
his whole skit, everything is good.
Yeah.
And every time, it doesn't matter if
It's
you see
always
him.
different.
You can see him month to month, dude, and it's different, and he knows it. And he knows what he's doing.
Yep.
All right,
Changes it up. Yeah, no, it's great. I love Bob. Can't wait till Saturday.
He's here Sunday.
Can't wait till Saturday. The Lynch Mob. Woo-wee. So excited.
Half a bottle. Hasn't even had a half a bottle.
Haven't even
Panty waste.
Panty
Look
waste.
at what. It was a fucking nice word back in the day. Just like Bush.
March 8th is Flock of Assholes.
Oh, yeah, we moved them up a week because they got agreements for the parade.
Yeah, they got the parade's on the 16th, so they were scheduled for the 15th. The St.
Frankie.
Patrick's Day parade in Worcester is the 16th.
Frankie. 5 years ago.
What about it?
This is when we got the notice we had to start closing
Oh,
down.
that's right. Yeah, that's when we closed 5 years ago for COVID.
Some of you need to remember
Was it
what
5
happened
years?
back
Yeah,
in
5 years
COVID.
ago.
Some of you need to remember because we got fucked over and you're not paying attention. Go ahead.
We closed. Last day open
A lot
was
of people
March
got fucked over.
14th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Line dance night, a special Saturday line dance night on
I'm
March
interested
15th.
to see how
Because I'll
that'll
be on the
do.
cruise.
Yeah. And, well, everybody was hoping
We
to
just
see
announced
you.
it the other day, by the way. Forgot all about that.
Huh?
Didn't forget about it, but forgot. Somebody said, I didn't see that anywhere. And we put up the event the other day, and it's going bananas already. Everybody's excited about it.
Yeah, we haven't done a set. I don't think it's been...
It's been forever.
I don't think we have done a Saturday.
No, it's been
As
other music
Rascals.
dance nights, but
As
not
Rascals,
a line dance.
It's never
No,
been a...
it has not on a Saturday.
No, Raised Dance Ranch,
Raised
I think was
Dance
the
Ranch.
last Saturday night dance. So that'll be fun to see what happens.
All day line dance. You got family fun day during the day that day on the 15th.
Yeah,
Family
bring
fun
the
day
kids
with
in.
the kids, and
I
then
don't
at night
teach.
the grown-ups.
I don't
Yeah.
teach. I usually just meander. I meander around. I say a lot of F words, as you've heard, and
Yeah, you can't talk to the
sometimes
kids.
smell like marijuana.
No. Aquanet on March 22nd.
If you've
Get your
never
tickets for that.
Guys, if you've never seen Aquanet, what the fuck?
There's always at
Honest
least
to God.
300 people in Rascals for
They
them. They're
do
great.
such a good... I love them. I still wanted to do an Evanescence song, but she gave it to me and go, fuck myself. It's fine.
Yep.
They gave me an Evanescence band, though, to look into.
Yeah, I got to look into that.
Yeah.
The day after is Acacia's doing that Hell's Bells
Oh,
burlesque.
the burlesque
Hell's Bells
show.
burlesque, I think, on Sunday the 23rd.
Lucci,
That's
la,
a during
la,
the
la.
day thing too. I forget
Yep.
the hours, but you'll have to look at that. But go on
The best time to see...
rascalsworcester.com and you can get all the
The
information
best time to see a burlesque show is mid-afternoon on
a
Sunday.
Sunday. Remember we were doing the drag shows
Right
during
after
that time
church.
too. It was good.
Right after
after
church, baby.
We used to do drag brunches on Sundays. Yeah. March 29th is the reschedule of the Ultimate Acoustic Rock Show with Pete Evick, who is Bret Michaels' guitar player for 15 years. Chad Stewart from Faster Pussycat, and Dean Kramer is also Bret Michaels' other guitar player. So
Did
it's
you know
going
what
to be
they
great.
call slower pussycat? Roadkill.
That's so, that was fucking good. That was a good one. Yeah, that was good.
That's why I like having you
was
around.
really good.
It doesn't even take any material to
doesn't,
educate.
that was a
to
funny
keep
one.
you entertained.
You know what they call slower pussycat? Roadkill. Oh, man. And then on going into April, because we're actually the end of February now, so just over a month out. Going into April, we brought this band in for the first time last summer, and I had heard they're the best tribute band to the Doors that exists called Crystal Ship. They're out of New York. They're coming back April 5th.
I'm looking
They're
forward to that. Yep,
amazing.
they were very
so good.
Yep.
So good. And then I guess maybe we could stop after this. We got a lot of
No,
stuff
we're
coming
going
up.
to it. Who gives a shit?
April 12th is Chuck Perks, our buddy Chuck's 40 years
on the radio
anniversary.
When did he start at age 10?
He started at age 10, and the bands that are playing for his special,
Shot
of Poison, and everybody wants some. So you get Poison and Van Halen in one
so
day.
what you're telling me it was
in
a
one night.
It was
Yeah.
a budget thing.
It was a budget
It was a
thing.
budget thing. Pike wasn't putting out too
Things
much.
were tight. Chuck didn't have a lot of money.
Pike's like, listen, we got a choice. We got this break off of the Village People,
Yeah.
which only has the Indian and the construction worker.
Exactly.
Or we got Shot of Poison.
Shot of Poison. And everybody wants some Van Halen tributes. That's going to be great. April's looking really good.
That's
man.
actually a great band. That's a great
Alter
night.
Ego's coming in. We got a lot of good stuff
Alter
coming
Ego's
in.
very good.
Yep.
I love them. And
So it's going to be great.
Did I offend you with that? Did that make you upset with the two
No.
people? It was just
Oh, God.
Y&M of the YMCA. They just, you know,
YM. Oh, Jesus.
I wonder if there's a church nearby.
I think we've clarified that
I
point.
told my mother I'd be close to the to church.
Warped Tour Band is announced and coming back in May.
Yeah.
That one's announced. Yep. End of May, I got East Coast Alice, the Alice Cooper tribute that was at Hairfest last year is going to be great.
Oh, they were wicked good. They
Wicked
were really
good,
good.
yeah.
They had a lot of props that we didn't even get to use because it was quick. It was a quick.
It was
shit,
quick,
yeah.
and they're not going to get to use a lot of them here because our ceiling's too low.
Yeah, oh, that's definitely true. Yeah,
They got
They're
tall
not-
people in
that
that show.
fucking that big old thing ain't. Yeah.
That's not fitting.
Hey, you got a
Not
new
at
fest
Rascals.
this year. You're doing a new fest.
I added one. So speaking of that, speaking of Hairfest is announced. Hairfest tickets went on sale this past Saturday. That's July 19th, which is only 2 days before my birthday. So,
Bring a gift? I don't know what the fuck that even means.
I'm thinking
Why would
July
you say-
19th. There's nothing scheduled yet. It might be an after party here for my birthday at Rascals. That's what I'm thinking.
What are we going to bring in for a band?
A lot of
though?
the artists that are at Hairfest just show up and have a big friggin' jam
That would
thing.
be cool,
That's
dude.
what
I've
I'm
said
thinking
that
about.
before.
Yeah.
Either that or we do
That's
it
what
on the
I'm
boat.
thinking about.
See if they'll put us on the boat.
Yep, so we're going to do that. So Hairfest is July 19th. Great bands in it this year. We've got, for the first time, Empire, a Queensryche tribute band, my favorite band. Shot of Poison's in it, Osmosis, and Beyond Purple, who's amazing. They're they do White Snake and, and
they're
Deep
very
Purple.
good. Yep.
Fifth band is yet to be announced.
Ooh, you're teasing us. Wait,
Negotiations and contracts are still in the works.
You just tell them.
It's coming.
You just tell them we've got a big announcement
Real
for that
big
line.
announcement. The headlining band for Hairfest has not been announced yet, and you're going to love it.
It may be Goodney and his kazoo.
Could be, we never know. But yes, we added a fourth show, so developed another show with my buddy Dimitri from Rotten Apple. We put together Grunge Fest, and that will be July 13th at Indian Ranch, and that will be announced on March 3rd. So March 3rd is the announcement. I'm a little premature, but that's coming.
What are you saying? Did you just make an announcement about you being premature?
I did.
Well, you're married now, so it doesn't matter.
I am. It's okay.
It's all
so
right.
Grunge Fest is coming soon, and there's going to be great bands in that show. I'm going to wait for the announcement so you can hear who's in that. But we added a Grunge Fest, so 90s grunge bands. And I could tell you, in Grunge Fest, there'll be pretty much the top 4 grunge bands that ever existed, tributes in that show. It's going to be
I'm looking
amazing.
forward to it. That should
It's
be
gonna
good.
Awesome. Good
That
time.
should be good. All right, I can tell that this fucking music is it's so loud.
It's driving you nuts.
It's driving both of us nuts. I don't think
I'm trying to ignore it.
You are, but it's not working. I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your eyes. Don't play with your hair like that. What the fuck was that?
It's in my eye, and I can't get it over the headphone.
All right. Anything else you want to say? We're gonna wrap this one up.
Thanks for having me again, bro. This is fun.
The fans.
You got to thank the producer.
Oh, as always. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, please make sure you smash that like and subscribe button down there in the corner. I want to thank, of course, my producer, Jason Deo, and, of course, our guest tonight, Frank Pupillo. Guys, on behalf of myself and everybody else that has anything to do with my success, I want to thank each and every one of you for giving a shit about the things I do. I hope to see you at Rascals. Frank and I love that.
Yes.
And hope to see you on our next good time. Thanks for checking us out. We'll see you soon.